Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all participants in our NRA Press Club's Hot Topic program. Today's topic is Future of Punjab. When we say Future of Punjab, today's program brought by Charanjit Garewal from UK. Now he is in Sacramento. Today we have guest Mr. Aman Arora. Welcome, Amanji. Arora ji.
Thank you, Mirbani ji.
Okay,
So
thank
nice
you.
of you.
You welcome.
Glad to see you all.
Okay, let me say a few words about Aman Arora. Aman Arora is MLA from Sanam and was a co-president of the Punjab State Unit of our party. He is the son of Mr. Bhagwan Das ji Arora ji. His father was 2 times MLA and Minister of Punjab. Sanam is located just south of Sangrur, around 8 miles and 60 miles from Ludhiana. Sanam is the birthplace of Shaheed Udham Singh, who shot former British Indian governor in revenge of his support of the notorious Jallianwala Bagh massacre on March 13, 1940. In 2007 and 2012, Mr. Aman Arora contested election from Sanam twice and ticked on Indian National Congress. In January 2016, he joined Aam Aadmi Party because he felt that this new party will do better job for our Punjab. Let me start with Aman Arora ji. You have to say a few words, then we go one by one if you have any question. Thank you, Aman Arora ji.
Thank you so much, Gary ji, and thank you to all the participants who have given me an opportunity to be with you guys. I think it's lovely whenever you get to meet people from Punjab with their roots in Punjab and settled, well established in these countries. A few days back, I was with Mr. Charanjit Garewal. We had detailed discussions about Punjab and the current situation. I think it's very nice to see you that even after so many years of settling here, your heart beats for Punjab, and I think that is one thing that connects us. And I think with everybody's with cooperation, Punjab needs support of all you people, so that the migration that is happening from there in masses, I think that is one worry which needs to be discussed, and the governments, the political class, the bureaucracy, they have to put their heads together and discuss on those issues, deliberate on those issues, because I think Punjab is in a serious situation now. So rest, whatever you guys want to discuss, I'll be more than happy.
Thank you. It's a very good news for that. We have a NRA Press Club worldwide. 90% of our surveys saying that Kejriwal is doing great job for New Delhi. Education and especially hospitals, medical area, everything there. This is a model he made it. That's very good. But as a NRI, 90% NRI is never happy, because last time from 100, 100 seats come to 19, 20, whatever. But later on, a lot of people have a complaint that the people who are elected, they are not communicating with the NRIs. So number 3, we are looking that very qualified people are kicked out before that. This is a different issue. That let me go one by one. Charanjit Garewal belongs to right now our party, but let me know what you want to say something.
I just like to ask him, say, their communication is very, very bad with not only with NRI people, but they are with the local people as well. What are you going to improve? How you can improve? That's what we would like to know.
Beautiful. Aman Arora ji.
Actually, to some extent, I agree with Garewal ji, because there has been a lack of communication from the party side with the diaspora also, and with people in Punjab also. That is true, but I think with the new party and with the structure either there in Punjab or overseas, still now not 100% in place, that has been a cause of concern, and I have been flagging that to party leadership also. I think that in my personal capacity, whenever I am, whether that was in 17, 18, in 2019, whenever I am in US or Canada, I try to connect to everybody so that we can discuss the issues, we can plan a future for Punjab together, because you people have seen the world. You people have seen and witnessed that how if the political class, if the governments, they are sincere to its people, they can bring a sea change in the lives of the people. And I think your concern is absolutely right. And I have been flagging this issue to Arvindji also. I think in some time, with the whole structure well in place, it will be sorted soon.
Let me see that. Jeevan Gilji, we are talking about whatever complaints are there on the NRI. I think a good time to give a message to them through Aman Arora ji. I know he's very punctual. I met him a few times before. Go ahead, Jeevan Gilji.
Thank you, Ji. Aman ji, thanks for coming out and joining us. And my concern is like, as looking into, and even you mentioned about mass migration. What is government doing towards the providing the unemployment, and also like the political environment in Punjab is also like is such that people lose the trust on politicians.
Gil Sahab, I 100% agree with you, because over a period of time, the atmosphere of the state has become so negative, so vicious. Atmosphere has been created that people have lost faith in the governments, in the political class, and in the system. And I think that is earlier what we used to hear when we were young, was that people, youngsters, they used to come to these places, America, Canada, England, whatever, and from there they used to send back money to their places so that to give a comfortable life to their families back home. But now what is happening is, after coming here, they, like in our Malwa belt, people, they come themselves, then bring their family, then sell off everything, and then bring everybody along here, or along with all the money and whatever they have. For that, I think most important, because everybody cannot get a government job. Government's duty is to create atmosphere for investments. When investments come, industry comes, a lot of opportunities for employment is also generated, and that moves the whole cycle, because youngsters, they start working, they'll go away from drugs, and economy will revive. That's a complete cycle, one chain connected to another. So that needs to be done, which unfortunately has not been done till now. And governments have been putting people on freebies, which I think to some extent, one who really needs it, he should be given. But if you start giving everything for free just for votes, that is not the system, that's not the culture I think that government should promote.
Thank you, Barjinder ji. Sidhu Saab.
First of all, I want to welcome Mr. Arora. I had one question there. Every village has a Congress party and also has a Akali party. Their panchayat is divided into two groups. And unless Aam Aadmi Party reaches to each village and creates their own, maybe a village Sudhar committee or some sort of a cell in a village, it will be very hard for convincing them to vote for the Aam Aadmi Party. So the network of people throughout Punjab, I think Malwa is pretty well set. Malwa has a lot of people. I remember from last time when before election I was there, even now, Malwa is pretty well set, but I don't know if rest of Punjab, that you have the network set so that people have a reason to vote for. Unless we have power, we can't do all these changes we're talking about. First, we have to have power. So how do we get the power?
No, Sidhu Saab, I 100% agree with you, because politics as a whole also, and especially in Punjab. It's like especially in rural areas. Punjab politics goes by the groups, by what we call tada ki tade bane hoye ne ji akali
Yeah, exactly.
akaliyan de te congressian de tade bane hoye ne.
Right.
As no doubt that happens only when once you are in power. Pan Punjab, that will happen only then. We have a lot of lots and lots of voters, sympathizers who want that AAP should come to power in Punjab so that Punjab becomes Punjab again. But definitely yes, because in Punjab politics is it's which I think is not very right. It's not ideological. Punjab is not driven by ideological policies because people have lost so that everybody's ideology is the same. It is personality driven politics that runs Punjab, and for that people just feel that I should be in the good books of a person whom if I have some work in police station or at electricity board office, I can take that person for my work. And that tada, that groups in Pan Punjab can be generated only once when we are in power. And for that, I think Malwa, you are absolutely right. Malwa did a good job last time, but where we couldn't make a dent, where we couldn't make our inroads was Doaba and Maja. But now this time I feel that people are thinking of shifting because earlier they had good impression about Captain Amarinder Singh because of his tenure from 2002 to 2007. Now both are equally infamous and both are seen as the two sides of the same coin. So I think I'm quite positive that 2022 can prove to be a good time for AAP to come.
Well, we wish you best of luck
Thank you so
in
much.
this
Thank
case.
you.
Let's, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Joe Sandhu.
MLA Arora ji,
Ji, Sansad.
I have, a few questions. First of all, how many major parties are in Punjab besides Congress, Akali and Aam? Is there any other party, will come out because of this mess going on in India? Or, maybe it could be a Congress, farmers and, maybe
Yeah.
establish that another party or not a possibility.
No, Sandhu Sahab, see, as of now in Punjab, there are three main parties only, Congress, Akali Dal and Aam Aadmi Party, no doubt. There are small groups you can call Lok Insaf Party, just a party of a district. And now BJP will be trying very hard to make inroads into Punjab. And their only strategy, as we have been seeing in the past, is to polarize people. Now as they have announced that Punjab will have, if BJP comes to power, they'll have BJP Dalit as a chief minister, and they'll try to polarize Hindus and urban voters also. So there is a vote bank of 25-26%, which doesn't go by these old parties that Congress or Akali Dal. There is a vote bank. There is definitely a huge vote bank that doesn't go with them. But and I think that is the only vote bank, only chunk of voters that can bring in a change. The farmers protesting from the last 7-8 months, they'll have to come under the banner, come under the umbrella of one political party who can outnumber these Akalis, BJPs and Congress. I think that is the only way out. Otherwise, if there are so many parties, then Congress is going to get benefit out of that.
Thank you, Arora ji.
Arora ji, I have another question, please.
Ji, sir.
Punjab economy was booming in 1981.
Right.
After that, their per capita income was, ranked one in all the states of India.
Yes. Right.
And it have gone so far down. And I don't know how Punjab can recover from this coronavirus and, farmers movement, I don't know how it's going to recover. Government going to help them, or Punjab government can help them. And I don't think anybody or any party supporting them to, prevail to get their demands.
Beautiful.
Hey, Sandhu Sahab, I 100% agree with you. In 1981, 82, Punjab was a revenue surplus state, but now it has almost a debt of almost 3 lakh crores, and there is no rocket science to bring Punjab's economy back onto the track. Just because if you see the figures from 2007 when Akali Dal came into power, Punjab's debt was 51,000 crore, and when they left in 2017, it was 1,96,000 crores. And in now these 5 years, they are going to bring in another burden of 96,000 crores in these 5 years only, and its debt will be almost close to 3 lakh crore. See, there's no rocket science in bringing Punjab economy back onto track. They just have to plug in all the loopholes and all the mafias that is running the roost, that is ruling the state as of now, whether that is liquor mafia, whether that is power mafia, whether that is transport mafia, whether that is corruption. So there are so many things that are ruining the state. And I think with a good intention, you control all these mafias, and all that revenue that comes to state exchequer, the state can every year generate another 25,000 to 30 crore extra, which means in 5 years you can generate almost close to 1.25 to 1.5 lakh crore. So I think nothing is impossible. Only the intention has to be good. Now, as was promised by Captain Amarinder Singh that he'll review or scrap the power agreements. I think I had released a white paper also in last session, wherein 4,000 to 5,000 crores that goes down the drain by power mafia. Revenue in mining comes just to 100 or 200 crores, whereas Navjot Singh Sidhu's his own committee recommendations that had went to Chhattisgarh that had said that 4,000 crore can be generated. Same goes with the liquor excise, just 5,000 or 5,500 is generated annually. But at the same time, Karnataka, which is almost 2.5 times of the size of Punjab, but per consumption of liquor is highest in Punjab, that generates around 11,000 crores. Tamil Nadu generates around 30,000 crores from excise only, but we are standstill from last almost 10-12 years at 5,000, 5,500, nothing more than that. So all these mafias, if they are put in place, if they are snubbed and if they are curbed, Punjab can, and when that kind of atmosphere is created, people like you who have made good name and good buck for themselves, people, big industries, they'll also come to Punjab. But when they see such kind of negative and disturbing atmosphere in the state, so nobody comes to the state. I think there's nothing impossible. It can be done very easily, and hopefully if AAP comes to Punjab in 2022, it will be done for sure.
Thank you, Manu Arora ji. Chanjit Bhatt, मैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ question ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਕੋਈ question? ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦਵਾਂ? Okay. Aman Arora ji, Chanjit Bhatt te Harbhajan Samra, Okra King, that's called very popular here. Very good one. He's also master in economics. Actually, they put a model here. We want to do a food processing model in one village, then continue whole village there, every place. If your party comes, do you will get a support from us or not? Mostly people don't care, I know that. Can you?
Thank you so much for the initiative, but what are you looking to venture into it? What kind of model you want for the development of that particular village or something else?
No, whole Punjab. We will make a model, one model, very big model, then other villages also follow it.
Sir, for that, so I offer one of my villages only. Please come over.
Okay. Then you start doing it. That's a good idea. Okay, Banoji.
Aman ji, though Kejriwal a product of the Delhi movement, he was not a product of any Punjab movement. Therefore, the whatever AAP won in Punjab, that was okay, not very good, not very low.
Right.
So in Punjab, we don't have because in India or Asia, personalities matter.
Right.
Personalities matter. In Delhi, it was Kejriwal who win the election 2 times with a massive majority. So sometimes manifestos are not important. Personalities are important. And when a personality comes in power, you can implement the programs.
Right.
Because people will not, if you have a manifesto, a roadmap, people will not know what is that. People do not understand. But if you come in power, so personalities are more important as what I think in Asia, everywhere in the country.
Absolutely right.
Second point is we could not find any personality which is at intellectual level.
Right.
So what I suggest that you have to have a coalition or different social groups in Punjab. Different social groups like no party in Punjab is taking care of the left movement.
Right.
Left parties are very strong. They know the Punjab situation. Because if you see the Kisan movement, there are 2 groups joined together. One, Sikh radical groups. Second, left groups. They do not believe either in Congress. They do not believe in Akalis. So these 2 groups have joined together on a common minimum program.
Right.
So I will like to tell you that if AAP has to move forward, they have to have a social coalition of left parties also, because left parties one time was very powerful in Punjab. They have a view of Punjab. They have a view of nation. So therefore, you cannot say we cannot have it, because I was reading the statement of the leadership, national leadership. We don't have any coalition with anybody. So take the coalition, because they have an influence in banking industry. They have influence of electoral boards. They have influence. So that is the point I would like to add.
Okay. Definitely, Vinodji, I 100% agree with you. No doubt, social coalition is the need of the hour. And I think, as you mentioned, left. See, no doubt over a period of time in this farmer movement only, we have seen their influence. Definitely, I think the party has been very open-heartedly, has been convincing and inviting everybody that all those people who want to do good something for the state, they should come and join hands. But as far as political platform is concerned, see, platform has to be one. If this can be done, that all issues of everybody who joins in, a common minimum program can be drafted and implemented, so that everybody, there is a collective viewpoint and a collective vision that needs to be done. But definitely, yes, at the same time, this also needs to be seen is that Arvind ji and Aam Aadmi Party has given a very good governance in Delhi, I think, which is a very, very positive and a strength for all of us. And in today's, and as you rightly said, it has not come out from any other movement. It was only anti-corruption, and reason for all the woes, for all the bad situation of Punjab in today is bad governance only. So if any party that has a clear vision about good governance and a clear and honest intent, I think it can be done. And definitely, yes, everybody should come along. I 100% agree with you.
Thank you, Mona. Virginia Rai.
I'm not very expert in the Punjab politics, as I had most of time in the UK. The recently I shifted in like the last 40 years here. I've been observing all aspects of Punjab youth, and got to know a little of the Punjabi politics. But as Amana Arora, she telling his prospects in his party. But I wouldn't say that the Aam Aadmi party is very strong or leading party up here. None of the parties the political parties have a chance now. Because since the coronavirus started, none of parties in the confront to resolve this, I would say, crisis in Punjab. And secondly, since the farmers protesting began, everybody came, the holding their flags, even like the tractor rallies, they had their own, the party flags instead of the Kasani Andolan, the flags. If they want to become powerful in the Punjab, they should become under farmers, the flag rather than their own. But even if they want to become a leader party in the Punjab, so I would say they need to support our farmers, because without farmers, there's nothing in the Punjab. And as you mentioned, Mr. Gary, the food processing units. So we've been discussing this. The farmer, they should like have at least 5 or 10 villages get together and get the food processing units done for themselves. They create jobs for the youth. They create every. Because if we can say like that there's a problem in the drugs for the drugs in Punjab. Okay, we know which country has got the problem for drugs. Every country. Where I belong to, Scotland, that's the worst country for the drugs. Every 10 in 1 person use drugs. But the problem is we don't want to focus our the wounds. We want to try to heal that part. The healing that part, we need to create jobs, create something for a youngster to work on. Without that, it's not going to be possible, because we need to focus on our youth. Because the youth are in the well-educated, well-brained, the people appeared, but they are leaving Punjab to other countries to earn money. And the other thing is, whoever's got the talent, they don't have any place to go and use their talent. And that's only the biggest problem I've been seeing in India. We need to create the sports complex for them. Whoever's there's a plenty of youngsters, even like the girls. They are really, really good in sports. They are well educated in the youngsters are in the. They are really genius in computers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanji, you want to say something?
I 100% agree with you, Ji. Rayaji gave some very good ideas and good initiatives needs to be brought in. And as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, we have been at the beck and call of the farmers, but we never brought in our flags or our name into the protest, because we knew that once political parties get into the farmers' protest, they are going to ruin the protest. So we, from our workers in Punjab and party as a whole and the Delhi government, we have been trying to do. We have been regular in touch with them, and we have tried to do whatever best can be done by staying in the backdrop. We have never come into the forefront, because that's a non-political movement, and farmers and their organization leaders, they had at the very first instance only, they had requested all the political parties to stay away from them. And I think
pardon me, let me interrupt, Amanji. They haven't said. They said if any political party going to come, they need to come under the farmers' flag rather than their own flags. I need to clarify on that, because we've been covering them since the day one. So we need to we know what they're meant by that. They don't come any parties go there. They without their flags. They join there.
That is what we have been also doing. That is one. That is why. The whole of Delhi government, we have been there at the protest site since day one, with all the amenities that are needed there, whether that is water, whether that is toilets, whether that is healthcare system, whether that is Wi-Fi system. In fact, it was only one and only leader whom those organizations allowed to speak from their stage was Arvind Kejriwal. So we are in touch with them, but we don't want to politicize this movement to that extent that their main fight goes haywire and it becomes a political fight. Because once political people they capture the stage, then this movement will be derailed. So we have been there, and we will be there till the last moment.
Thank you, Aman. Peshawar Singh ji.
My question is that would you agree that this Mazdoor Kisan Sangharsh has created an awareness which was never ever before in India. And the proof that it is working is that they have performed the duty of an opposition, not in Punjab, but on India basis. The opposition which could not stop the chariot of the Hindutva or whatever the BJP was trying to do. It is the Mazdoor Kisan Sangharsh which has really put a spanner in their wheel and has stopped it. And I have no doubt that once they have done with Delhi, they will return to Punjab. Would you agree that the political parties have something to learn from them? If not, like Brajinder Rai was saying that the parties should come under the flag, at least tap on their wisdom, tap on their organization, and make use of it. And my second question is that if you are fortunate enough to win, you will be left Punjab in a great mess, which will have, education, health, unemployment, environment, corona problem. On top of that, this Mazdoor Kisan Sangharsh. Which one is to say the proverbial thing from this Ulji Tani, which tand will you take first? The administration reforms, for example, which is not, letting Punjab work the way it wants to work. So which one of this will you take first?
Tilo sir, you have a very relevant question, and I 100% agree with you. No doubt, they have shown that this Kisan Andolon has shown a way to the country that how to challenge Modi and the government which has got blind in its with its power. I think political parties they need to learn a lot from them. And I would like to repeat that again, that when it comes to politics, there are petty interests of a number of people and their followers. In this Andolan, because it was an attack on the self-esteem of the farmers, of the Mazdoors of Punjab, and it was the central government tried to snatch away from the livelihood of Punjab. So it's because of that Kisan Andolan is together and so successful today. And I think definitely, no doubt, everybody needs to learn, the whole world needs to learn that how to start and continue with the protest so long, so peaceful, so disciplined. It is a lot many things need to be learned from there. As far as the current situation of Punjab is concerned, see, there are multiple issues which needs to be addressed in a time-bound manner. In a time-bound manner, in the sense that first to fix up the economy, because economy is the epicenter from where everything will start working. If we fix up, there has to be a three-tier plan. That is what I feel. There has to be a three-tier plan for Punjab. One short-term, second mid-term, another one is long-term. In short term, we have to fix the mafias, eliminate mafias, so that another 25-30,000 crore annually start coming to the exchequer. When that money comes annually, you can fix the health system, you can fix the education system, and diversification of we will have to take farmers out of the wheat paddy cycle. For that, you will have to, if central government is not going to give, state government will have to give the margin realization of suppose MSP is of any particular crop is 18 rupees, and the farmer realizes 12 bucks. State will have to give a cushion of 6 rupees to that person, so that he comes out of this cycle. And the water depletion, that is the underground water that is going down every year, that needs to be taken care of. And with this kind of money, you can give relaxations to incentives to industry. Industry will come. When industry comes, employment generates. When employment generates, youngsters will move out from drugs. So this is a complete cycle, and all this is absolutely achievable. We'll have to give and implement a time-bound plan. Elimination of mafias and can be done in maximum a year or two.
Okay.
And
That all these things which you have mentioned, unless you do the admin reform, you won't be able, how would you be able to tweak up the economy, health, education, unless you first tackle the admin reform?
Philosoph, that is what I am trying to tell you. Naji, administration starts from the top. It never
Yeah.
starts from the bottom. So once the political see, commitments, promises has to be are given by the political class, and they are to be delivered in a time-bound manner by the political class only. Bureaucracy just has to follow the political class. But now, administration, when the CM is upright, he's honest. His whole cabinet is going to be upright. His chief secretary, his whole bureaucracy is going to be upright. So now the rot is at the top. Until and unless that rot is not removed from there, and I think, believe me, this is a left hand's job which can be done in no time. Just one and only thing that is required is a clear intent, a honest leadership, a clear and statesmanship vision. That is what we need in Punjab, and this can be done in no time.
Aman ji, I think that you gave a right answer for that. Shaura